Hey guys, what's up? Llandslide101 here with a gameplay commentary on the map Carbon. I'm using the ACR Silence this game, and I think I went 55 and 1 at the end of this game. But this game, I'm really not going to talk much about the gameplay because I'm not really watching the gameplay right now. I mean, I've seen the gameplay obviously because it's mine, and I know what I did during the map, but I really don't have the gameplay right in front of me at the moment. So I'm not going to be talking about my every movement and like people that I kill and stuff and close times dying. But this video I want to talk about MOAB tips. This is not a MOAB gameplay. What I thought it was because for some reason in my vault I titled it MOAB. It is not a MOAB gameplay. It is actually a 55 and 1 assault gameplay. I died really close to the assault MOAB. I already got my second AC-130 when I died, which means I had to be pretty close. But that's besides the point. I'm going to jump into the first tip. My first tip that I wrote down is always stick to the outskirts of the map. Watching this gameplay, this is like a perfect example of a MOAB gameplay, even though it's not a MOAB. You'll see in this gameplay that I stick to the outskirts of the map. I'm never like in the middle of the map. In the beginning of the game, you saw that I ran to that little bin that looks over B and sat there for a good 2 minutes looking over B. That is a great spot on this map and Carbon, and it's a great spot to look over B and A and C and stuff like that. And you always want to stick to the outskirts. You never want to run in the middle. The middle is like your death trap. I mean, stay anywhere near B. That's like where you're mostly gonna die. Just want to stick to the outskirts because that's where the enemies mostly aren't. You just want to look in and shoot at them in there. The second thing I put is when you get around 12 kills, you want to start taking it slow. In most of my videos, you will see that I am mainly rushing in the beginning of the match because I'm a very aggressive player. I don't like sitting around. My KD is about 1.85, and it could be way better if I actually camped. But I'm actually a really aggressive player, and when you get around 12 kills, that's like the point where I think I know I'm getting close. And like that's when you want to start taking it slow and strategically, like thinking about where you want to go and acknowledging where the people on the enemy team is, and just go. You just want to shoot for that MOAB when you get around 12 kills. The next thing I put is know your limits. Like if you have an assault rifle, you don't want to run into a building and try and take them out. You really just want to try your best to like strategically think about what you're gonna do and know your limits. Like if like, your teammates tell you that there's a lot of striker people, you want to keep your distance from the enemy team. You want to like stay up in buildings or wherever you want to go. The next thing is pay attention to the map. Like the map's the most important thing when going for MOABs. Like you really want to pay attention to your map. Anything like hardcore, you just want to forget about even trying for MOAB, and that's like almost impossible. Obviously it's possible, but you want to stay in the normal game types where you can see your map. Your map shows like mainly where the enemy team is always at. Like if you're playing Domination, you'll notice like where they're spawning and stuff is because you see your teammates. Like when you see the green dots or blue if you're playing on colorblind assist, you'll know where your teammates are, and you'll try and just like where your teammates are is where the enemies aren't. Just always keep that in mind. If your teammates are on one side of the map, your enemies are on the other, or close by. But you just want to stay, if you want to take it slow and take it safe, take the safe route, go near your teammates. That's where the enemies mainly aren't, because that's where your teammates are spawning. And yeah, next thing is try and play with 1 or 2 people you know and have a headset. This really helps out in the long run. You just want to play with somebody you know. I mainly play with the Hunter 101 or Rusty Commander, or my other good friends that have headsets and are willing to help me out. They can be great for doing things like setting up UAVs. UAVs are great if they just run the support package and use UAVs. As long as you don't run into a party with Assassin, you'll be fine, and that's probably the easiest way to get them out, by just having your teammates run UAV. Another thing they can tell you is where the enemy team is spawning. If you know where their spawns are, you know where to go and where not to go, where to set up, where like to pick them off and stuff. You don't want to run into their spawn and stuff like that. And next thing is, I want to talk about this map Carbon. The main place you don't want to be is B. That kind of rhymed. Anyways, you don't want to go around B. B is like a death trap on this match. B is where the enemy team is always like at. That's where everybody's rushing towards, and you just don't want to be towards B. You want to stick to the outskirts of the map. There's great camping spots in the outskirts of Carbon. there where you set up like in that bin that I talked about in the beginning of this commentary. That is a great spot to sit when you're going for a MOAB. Like if you start getting shot, you can just lay down easily and just run back to your A spawn or C. I forget which one's behind that thing. But you never want to camp up there if the enemy team has the flag behind you, because that's just they'll be coming behind you and taking you out. You just want to camp behind there when you have the flag behind you and you're looking over B and the enemy team spawn. Another thing is you want to the gameplay you want to play. Like you want to play the gameplay that you're most comfortable with. The gameplay that I get most of my MOABs in, probably around 90% of my MOABs have been Domination. Domination is the gameplay I play the most, and I'm very comfortable playing Domination. I know where the spawns are in most of the matches, and that's what you want to do. Play the game modes that you know where the spawns are, you know where the enemy team's going to be, and you know how to take them out successfully, and you are most comfortable with. Playing with a team is also very important, like I said before. Setting up spawn traps is one of the main things to getting MOABs. I know a lot of people complain about spawn trapping and stuff, but that is probably the best thing to do. You want to either, if you're playing Domination, you want to cap either A and B, or C and B, and you want to overlook the position they have. Say you have C and B, you want to stay around B. You don't want to push into A, because that's what'll flip the spawns, and that'll make them spawn randomly across the map, and they'll end up capping C, and they'll be behind you, and it just won't be good. You want to play with a party. It's really effective, and it helps you out in the long run. And don't push in. Make sure your teammates know. Like, tell them, communicate over the mic on what to do. Another good thing is communicate. Like, if you're playing with friends, like I said before, it's like a very good thing to do. Communicate with your teammates. Tell them where you are so they can help you out and stuff. And do not be the person that, like, hey, buddy Jim, come over and follow me around and protect me. That's the last thing you want to do. Because when you're on your specialist bonus, they probably most likely aren't using Assassin and Blind Eye like you have. And it's just very ineffective, and they're going to blow your cover. It's just best to go solo, branch off from your teammates unless you're in deep trouble. And another thing is you can communicate if you're getting shot at. You can call for nearby teammates to get you out of a sticky situation or stuff like that. And another thing is, breaking away from the MOAB tips a little bit, I want to talk about the clan. The New Era Elite. I recently started a new clan. I'm the clan leader, Llandslide101. Message me if you want to join. Post on our comment page on Call of Duty Elite. We're already up to 27 members. We are currently level 9, 13 XP away from the golden clan tag, which is pretty depressing because we cannot. They're not releasing any more clan ops, which we placed 2 gold and 1 silver. The 1 silver was the team deathmatch one, which I couldn't participate in. We only had 2 premium members participating in. But we placed gold in 2 of the defense and captures with only 3 premium members. And we have a lot of fun when we're playing with the clan. We have fun. We try hard sometimes. But we usually, when we're trying hard, we win most of the games. We try our best to win. When we're having fun, we use stuff like riot shields and just take everything like it's supposed to be taken, like a game. Another thing is, going back to the gameplay, like I said before, teammates are like the most important thing which you have with you. Just like, if you're not a very popular person, like you don't have very many friends on your friends list, feel free to message me if you're having trouble getting the MOAB. I would love to meet Rusty Commander or CM Baseball or the Hunter 101. We'd all love to help anybody out going for their first MOAB. We'd set UAVs up, ballistic vest for you. Those things all help. Another thing is, breaking away again from the MOAB tips, is what do you guys want to see in future videos? We do you like commentated videos like these, music videos like music MOABs, just watching the gameplay with a cool song in the background, voice crack, or fun things like that? Do you want live gameplays? We can do live gameplays with our just voices in game and stuff. We also do things like passive aggression. If you're not really familiar with that is, we've done it in the past. You try and win a domination game without killing one person in the enemy team. And that's a really challenging thing to do. We've done it once before. We had a blast doing it. But the main thing you want to do is just, we did it on the map Fallen. We just laid around the position and stopped them from capping the position and stuff. And yeah. And another thing we want to do on this channel is get our subscribers more engaged in our videos and stuff. we're thinking about starting up something where the funniest comment will be in our next video. The funny comment we feel is the most funniest, and it'll be in our next video. Just trying to get you guys more engaged in our videos, and we want you guys to be involved. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay commentary and MOAB tips. Like I said before, I know this isn't a MOAB gameplay, but for some reason, I thought it was. I'm not really sure why. I guess I left it in my vault, wrote it down on a piece of paper, went back and got it. Saw that I went 55-1 and assumed it was a MOAB, I guess. But it was still a really good gameplay. I hope you enjoyed. We put a spanking on these guys, and I hope you enjoyed the carnage. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Peace, guys.